So far, we have covered headings, paragraphs, and lists. We haven't talked about images yet or links. We'll get into those in a second. But I want to show you this visual here just to give you a chance to kind of see how your website begins to start taking form. You have the heading, which normally is probably going to be at the top. It's probably going to have a bigger and bolder font and text than the paragraphs. Then you also again have your list, which is over here. Paragraphs are here. We have our headings. We haven't done images yet. We'll get to images in a few minutes, and we'll talk about links in a few minutes as well. All right, but I just want to give you an opportunity again to know, again, let's go over this. What are HTML tags? Tags, special set of characters that indicate the start and end of an HTML element. Here's the opening tag, here's the content, here's the closing tag. What's the difference between the opening and closing tag? You have the slash. All right. And you have, again, your headings. H1 is the biggest heading. H6 is the smallest heading. H1 is the most important heading. H6 is the least important heading. And then you have paragraphs. Again, we use the lorem ipsum, which is the dummy text, which allows us to just type lorem and put a number in there to give us some dummy text, but we can also type in the paragraphs as well. And then we did unordered list, which gives us bullets. Of course, that involves UL and then the LI nested inside of the UL. And then we have ordered list, which involves numbers, and that has the OL tag, again, with the LI nested in between it. Now we're going to get into images. How can we add images to our website while making sure we respect everyone's rights? So today we're going to be looking at a website that enables web developers to use images without getting into any copyright infringement laws. And the website that I use quite a bit is a very dynamic site, and I'll be giving you more image websites as we move along, but this website for sure is safe and it allows you to use images without any any problems as far as these images being copywritten and you get into some type of trouble. All right, and so before I show you that website, I want to show you the image tag. So the image tag starts with IMG, and then you have this SRC, which stands for the source, where the image file will be, and then you'll have this alternate part over here, which is going to be some text that will be used if the file cannot be found. All right, and so this is how your image tag will look, just like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you pexels.com, which is a great website that allows you to find images. And I'm going to look for a car, and let's say I want this image. I could download the image. I could save the image. I could take the link of the image, copy the image address, and I can get that link up here. So these are different ways in which I can use this image. Now, I want to put this image on my website. So let's go back, and we're going to type IMG, and I am going to paste the image address, and then I'm just gonna type the word car, and now there is my image right here. Okay, and I want to just go ahead and give it a title, so I'll give it another H2. Look at my car. All right, so here's my car. Now, So this is one way in which you could put images inside of a website. You can copy the image address. Again, IMG, and again, I think I went fast. If I just type IMG and hit enter, Visual Studio Code automatically gives me the SRC, all the other components to this, and now I'm able to put my code inside the SRC in between the quotation marks. Now, normally web developers don't put images in this way though. The way web developers do it most times is by saving images. And what we want to do is we want to create a folder up here, not file, but a new folder. You see right here, new folder, and I'm going to call this IMG. All right. Now, so I'm going to save this as an IMG. I'm going to delete this because this is not really how we put images in. Okay. And I want to go back. We'll go with that image right there. We got to right click save. So we want to put that image on the desktop. All right. So we want to put that image on the desktop, and we want to go IMG, and I'm going to give it a name, IMG1. All right. Once again, let's just try that one more time. I'm going to save an image, and I'm going to save an image, right click, save image as, and I'm going to call this IMG2. And again, it's on my desktop, it's inside my web development folder, inside my project 1 folder, inside my IMG folder. So we got a lot of folders inside of folders. All right. So now, if I look right here, I have in my IMG, I have 2 images. I'm going to type the letter I, and you'll automatically see IMG slash, and I'll go IMG2, and I'll just say image. And this is not a car, this is more of landscape. So we'll just call this landscapes. And now I have an image of a landscape. So again, we took the file and we saved it inside the IMG folder. Okay, that's important to know where your file is saved. All images must be saved inside of your web development folder. And inside of your web development folder, we went ahead and made an additional folder called IMG, because if we have several images, we want to be able to save those images in the right location so it's easy for us to find them. And just since we have 2 images, I'm going to type IMG and put an I there. We're going to go image 1. And what is that image? Image 1. We'll call this mountains. And I want to add me another H2. We can call it mountains. Okay, and capitalize that M. All right, so there we go. Here we have images.